So it seems like every 2 to 3 years, I go through phases of burnout.
I hate my job. I am literally crying at my desk 3 to 4 days out of the week. I feel guilty to speak about the fact that it's a great job, but no matter how good of a job it is not my purpose.
This guy is so incredibly burnt out, quit the job and regretted that they don't have another job lined up. But the thing is, a lot of people in America are so incredibly burnt out in the job market. Okay, there's a lot of people who just hate their jobs. This guy just straight up quit the job, finally. Graphic designer, team lead, after 6 years in corporate, finally handed in the 2 weeks notice. Nothing lined up, no backup plan, no safety net, just done. Mental health collapsed. And the pressure, constant demands can't take anymore. And it seems like the US, 10, 20 years ago, the job market was pretty nice. You could find a pretty decent job, especially if you had college education, but not anymore. Nowadays, bosses and companies, they expect a lot from you. They give you very little pay. And then if you don't want the job, well, guess what? They can always find someone else. That is a reality of the 2026 job market, and it's just not great. Check out some of these videos.
And I want to sincerely say, fuck whoever invented us working and clocking in every motherfucking day. Fuck who made up us living check to check. Fuck you, whoever made up us paying all these motherfucking bills to live. Sincerely, fuck you, bitch.
I am 48 years old and I am broke. When I say broke, I mean $0 broke, no money. And I am burnt out to the core. And I'm done living like this. I have worked in group homes and nonprofits for over 25 years now. I've poured my heart into my job, gave it everything I got, but I'm burnt out. I don't have any more to give. Between rising costs, bills, broken appliances, I hit my breaking point. I knew I had to try something different. If you're at your breaking point, comment enough. See you later.
If you're seeing this, I just quit my job and finished out my 2 weeks and without a full-time job lined up. Many people would think it's crazy quitting a job in this economy without a job lined up, but I just knew that this was the right option for me. This was a long time coming, I feel. I just didn't want to accept or come to terms with the fact that I just was not in the right place for me. And at the end of the day, I was in an environment that was stunting my growth as a person, which I feel is more important than where I'm at career-wise. This is coming from someone that I would say I'm kind of scared to take risk, and I'm very much a person that craves stability and just kind of being in control of my life and always knowing what's next versus just going with the flow and putting full trust in myself that even though I'm uncertain about the next chapter, that I'll be okay. I feel like this was super big for me. If you know me in my personal life, you know that I'm a very scared and anxious person. But I feel like now I'm almost 30 and I feel like I am in my midlife crisis stage, and if I'm going to, bet on myself and do something unconventional, I should do it now. Even if though this economy is not the best, the job market sucks, and many people probably think maybe unwise for quitting a job without a backup. I just feel so free. I'm super scared for what's next, but I'm excited to rediscover myself and figure out what my next step is.
If you decide to quit your job without anything else lined up, have a plan. Outside of the obvious financial plan, but have a plan for what you're gonna do every day, because I did that once, and yeah, I just ended up just laying in bed for many hours for many days, and I got to the point where I would just turn on my notifications for this one account called Food's Gone Wild, and I would just try to become the top comment every day. So
I have to stop crying on the internet. So I quit my dream job today. And I have so much tissue on my desk right now because I'm so emotional, because I love the people I work with, and I loved the dream I had of what working in media was going to be. But unfortunately, I have a new dream, right? Like I'm building Josefina, and so I'm also getting my MBA. So I'm also so spread so thin already. And my dream has changed, and it's gone from wanting to be this media maven to wanting to build this company. And this industry has also changed so rapidly where it's not the industry like I entered. And I don't know, it's weird. Like, I will never say anything negative or disparaging about my company where I worked at all. But it's this weird thing where, like, I'm ripping off a Band-Aid. I am 50 Shades of Scared, but I know God's got me. And I'm unemployed. So I've been working since I was 13 years old. Never had a gap in, like, income. So this is like a shock to my system a little bit, but I know God's got me, and I've got to do things scared.
I am about to quit my job. I am so nervous and so excited. I'm nervous because I just hate having these kind of conversations, and it's awkward, and I just want that part to be over. But I'm also nervous because I have literally nothing lined up. I have no other job that I'm going to, which in this economy is crazy. And I'm fully aware of that, and I may or may not have had a panic attack about that last night. But I can also feel in my gut that this is the right decision right now. So I'm trying to trust that. I've been with this company for over 3.5 years now. I started at the beginning of the pandemic. And at the time when I started, it was a really huge blessing. I had no money. I needed a job ASAP. Everyone was looking for remote jobs, and I just happened to find one. And I stuck it out for a while because I needed to pay off my student debts. And I'm so grateful that I did that. Like, it was a slog, but now I'm debt-free, which I'm so happy about. But then I just kept staying there for a long time, kind of just because I was scared. And even though I like to say that I'm a person who likes change, it's still really terrifying when push comes to shove and you actually have to make a really big life change like that, because quitting this job would change a lot about my life. Because right now I work from home, I roll out of bed in the morning, and I log onto my computer. It's not a very stressful job. There are no surprises really, and it's just fine, you know? And some people would be fine with that, and they would be happy with that, and that's, I think, why I struggled with it for so long, because there wasn't any big, like, red flags about this job, other than that it was just, like, so fine, and I didn't feel fulfilled or like I was doing anything that I was really good at. And I just definitely crave more than that in something that I'm giving 40 hours a week to. So I've known for a while that I've wanted to quit, but it's just taken me a long time to actually take that jump. The job I have right now is in marketing, and I don't know if I really want to keep down that path. I think it's easy once you start one job to like just keep looking for jobs in that same field, because now that's what you're qualified at. But I don't even know if I want to work in marketing anymore. So my friend told me this one quote, I'm probably going to butcher it, but she had said, like, just because you're going further down a path doesn't make it progress if it's the wrong path, you know? So sometimes you have to go back a little bit to get on the right path in order to go forward. And that's something that I'm trying to remind myself of. So yeah, I'm quitting my job. I'm gonna go travel to find myself. It's very cliche, but I also just think that I need to do it. And yeah, so wish me luck.
So I walk into work and my boss hands me my check, and I was like, what is this? And he's like, I heard you're gonna quit. Like, he did it with the attitude. And I was like, I'm gonna quit? I was like, if I was gonna quit, why would I come dressed in uniform? And he's like, well, so and so said that you were gonna quit today. And I was like, and you guys didn't even ask me? Like, you just believed them? And he just got real quiet, right? So I was like, who exactly told you that I was quitting? So I call her and I was like, yo, like, and she's like, I'm down the street, like, come down the street. So I'm like, okay. So I go down the street, they're at another restaurant. It's like her and some other coworkers. And I was like, yo, like, why'd you say that? And she looked me dead in the face and she's like, dude, I did not say that. She's like, I wouldn't speak on your behalf. Like, I did not do that. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. Like, I'm gonna quit. So I call up my other homie and I was like, hey girl, like, I know you're coming into work right now. I was like, but I'm quitting. Like, we're all quitting because it was just, there was so much shit and like, I can't touch on it legally. And so I was like, hey, like, we're gonna quit. And I was like, if you quit, like, if you want to quit, like, I will find you a new job somewhere else. And she was like, hell yeah. Like, I love her. Like, I love my friends. Okay. So we all just like hung out, we drank, we like enjoyed our last day. And so we went, all of us, back into the place that I was working. And we were like videotaping, like not videotaping, but like voice recording it. And all of us, like, I think it was like 5 of us that quit on the spot. And it was very liberating. However,
I have a question for y'all. What do you do if you've been in call center for like well over 10 years? And I have other skills. I've worked in call center, billing, fraud, IT, sales, insurance sales now. You name it, I have done it. Just regular basic customer service, like data entry. I have done it. I have said thank you for calling for so many companies. It's ridiculous. But it seems like no company wants me to move up, or it takes years and years and years to move up just to a simple different department or another position. And I don't think I have another year in me to say thank you for calling anything. But I love the company I work for. I just wish I worked in a different department, and they have a way for you to move up, but it would take me a few more years of being on the phone, and I don't think I have it in me. I am burned the hell out. Should I look for a different department or ask, or find another company?
Hi! Welcome to HEB. How can I help you? Hi, how are you? Did you find everything okay? I'm good. Thanks for asking. Do you have any coupons?
I quit my job without having another one lined up, so let's talk about it. Bit of a backstory if you're new here, hello if you are, but Being in your 20s is freaking hard, and my mental health has been all over the place this past year because of two things. Number one, I finished my master last year, literally a year ago, and I still haven't been able to find a postgrad job. Number two, I feel freaking lonely because my family is away in Portugal and I don't have a big group of friends or a boyfriend to make plans with. Obviously, there is a lot more to this, and I will be happy to talk about it because I'm pretty positive that I'm not the only girly struggling with this. But all this to say that the amount of times that I got my shit together and then lost it again this past year is insane. I haven't had one thing going in my favor for a whole year. Literally, for every step forward that I made, the universe threw me a bunch of steps back. And one thing that kept throwing me back was my retail job. It was the long hours standing still with nothing to do but being alone with your thoughts. And if you're struggling with mental health, you know how scary that can be. It was either no work or a lot of work that either way killed me physically and mentally. It was getting home exhausted that the only thing that I wanted to do was rot in bed, meaning that I had no strength to job search. The random shifts throughout the week that didn't allow me to have a routine. Working every weekend when it was the only time that I could actually meet the few friends that I have. The rude and entitled customers that thought they were better than me and insulted me 24/7. Having so much more responsibility than what was in my job description. Giving everything of me only to receive nothing in return. Literally, my 1 month notice period really showed me that no one cared about me. All the management pressure for targets, KPIs, sales. Literally, I cannot force someone to buy something if they do not want to. Basically everything apart from my work bestie. So yeah, that's why I quit my job, and I feel like if you work or worked in retail, you can relate because it is not for the weak, and I honestly don't know how people can make a career out of it. I literally could make so many videos about it. It's awful. I desperately needed a change, and the only change that I could find that it was only up to me was quitting my job. So I did, and I have no regrets. I'm actually looking forward to my unemployed era. Like, I already made plans, and I'm so happy that I'm gonna finally have time to properly find a job, work on myself, and finally get my shit together. Like, fully. Gonna give my mental health a break because poor thing desperately needs it, and I'm gonna have time to enjoy the things that I like to do and not want to rot in bed 24/7. Just know that if you quit your job because of mental health, you're a strong ass person because it takes guts. And cheers to my next chapter.
Ain't nothing funnier than you busting your ass. I mean, grinding, trying to find a fucking job. And you finally find that fucking job. Finally, you praise God. Yes, Lord, thank you. Just for 2 days later for you to hate this fucking job.
I'm poor. I've been poor my entire life, 23 going on 24, and I'm broke every single week. I get paid weekly. At the end of the week, I got like $50 to my name. All I'm doing is paying my bills and then paying off my debt. I was an idiot in college, don't even use my degree, but I have a specialized job. I'm making decent money, and I have nothing left over at the end of each week. I work 50 hours a week. I'm just tired of being poor. So if you know any side hustles, second jobs, that would be great. I'm not trying to drive all the time, so don't tell me to DoorDash.
I hate working. Didn't you apply to a bunch of jobs? Yes. And didn't you go to college so you could get this job and work? Yeah. And why do you hate working? I'm just a girl. I should be napping.
I'm one of those people where I don't care how broke I am. I will never want extra hours at a job. I will never cover for anyone. I really want to work as least as possible. Whenever bosses say, do you want extra hours, or like, do you want to work these days? Absolutely not. And I hate when they act like they're gifting it to me. Like, would you like more hours? That is like throw up to me. Absolutely. Like, I really would love less hours. I would rather be extremely broke with free time than rich and working all the time. I really hate working, like hate. I think I'd be better off as like a farmer, or honestly like a landscaper. I think that I like that better because it's actual work.